Hi, my name is Carla Larkin. I am one of 3 speech therapists here at Cedar Lake Lodge, and my focus is on AAC, which stands for Augmentative and Alternative Communication. The strategies and the tools that we have to support communication is vast. We can start with something as simple as no technology all the way up to high-tech systems. So even something as simple as facial expressions, body language, or simple sign, all the way up to a computer-based system with a dynamic screen with a wide variety of vocabulary. Okay, so we have a wide variety of resources that we are able to give people to facilitate their communication. It can be something as simple as a picture communication board. So just a piece of paper with pictures on it that we laminate. It's as simple as that, all the way up to complex communication devices with dynamic screens. But let me go through a couple of those. One of our individuals uses something called a 7-level communication builder. So it does have 7 levels with 8 pictures and 8 messages per level. So he has a total of 56 unique messages that he can use depending on what he's doing and where he's at. And those levels are specific. So one is related to music therapy, one is related to snack time, one is related to the time he spends in creative arts. One has pictures of just basic wants and needs. So his recliner or his bed or a cup or anything like that. One page is related to feelings. So that's another example of more of a low-tech system. And then we have several iPads with different types of communication software, different language programs. We use 2 primarily. We use ProLoco to go, and we use SnapCore First by Tobii Dynavox. We also have single message communication buttons. Again, those are kind of strategically placed around the facility for that particular individual to use. He actually has a job every Tuesday and Friday. He delivers the canteen money and any mail that we want to have delivered to the suite. So as he's riding the bike and delivering that, he has a series of 4 single message communication buttons. So he can say special delivery, he can say you're welcome, he can request music while he works, and he loves to be praised. So one of the buttons says, if I did a good job, cheer for me, which he gets a lot of enjoyment and satisfaction from. We do not currently have a device here, but I have considered it for one specific individual, an eye gaze device. So she has very limited movement of her upper extremities, but she's got great head control. She uses her eyes to track really well. So devices and technology exists that she can use nothing but her eyesight to make selections on the screen. So that's something I would like to revisit later this year with her and see if it's something that she's interested and motivated to do. So Terry is using an iPad, and she has SnapCore First vocabulary.
Carla,
That's me.
I like you.
I love you. I love you. Terry is a little bit more unique compared to some of our other users in that Terry uses her device in an augmentative fashion. So Terry is a verbal communicator, but if she has a breakdown in communication and the person she's speaking to, the listener, doesn't understand her, she can use her device to clarify what she's saying. So Terry has probably 24 to 25 icons per page. She has a good receptive vocabulary, so she is able to use a screen that has more options on it. She also has a mounting system that allows her to use and have access to her device no matter where she's at in the facility or in the community. Terry, one other feature that she uses that no one else does is Terry's a pretty good speller, so there is a search icon in her vocabulary file, and if she can spell the first 3 letters or so of a word she's looking for, the device will show her how to find that. So that's a feature that Terry specifically has really benefited from. So Wyatt uses auditory scanning. So Wyatt's arms, he does not have functional use of his upper extremities, and he does have a cortical visual impairment, which can make it difficult to use eye gaze or other types of technologies to access or engage with the device. So auditory scanning, what it does is he listens to one-word verbal prompts, and when he hears the category that he wants to explore, he uses something called a switch to open that category. So Wyatt has a really reliable forward head tilt. So his switch is kind of like a ball and lever, and when he activates his switch, he uses his forehead using a kind of an anterior head tilt to activate that switch. So once he opens that topic category, different phrases within that category open. So under want, he can ask for his favorite drink, Dr. Pepper. He can request music. In fact, he can request specific genres of music. He can ask for someone to read him a book. He can ask to go outside. He enjoys being outdoors. So when he hears what he wants to say, he hits his switch again, and then that message is played from the device for staff and other listeners to hear. So it's a complex system. It requires a lot of cognitive skills on Wyatt's part, but for him, it's a very effective system. So Gemini is a discrete video modeling program. So just to break that down, modeling or video modeling is when someone watches a video to learn a new skill set. What's different about discrete video modeling is that the videos are very specific. They eliminate anything that might be distracting, and it just kind of puts things into manageable chunks for our individuals. The program can be used to teach different speech, language, social skills, or different behavioral strategies. We primarily use it to expand expressive language skills. So individuals using Gemini have videos that are assigned to them. The videos are anywhere between 2 minutes and 5 minutes long, depending on that particular person's attention level. And in those videos, they highlight specific words. So Zane right now is focusing on first action words. So there's about 5 action words within a video. He watches the video 2 times through, 3 times a day, so that's 6 views. And he watches that same video for a week for a total of 42 views per week. And again, the goal there is to increase his imitation and repetition of the words as he's watching the video, or signs. We've seen that with Zane. He'll sign stop. We've seen him sign more as he's watching videos with those target words. And then at the end, after he completes that video, we assess how well he's doing with it. We assess, does he understand the words that he's learned, and can he verbally communicate those words? So he's got the screen comes up with 2 pictures, and he has to identify a picture that's labeled. So I'll say point to smile or point to stop. So that's the way we assess his receptive understanding of those words. And then it's just a naming task for some of the others. So if the target word is smell, it might be a picture of someone smelling a flower, and I would say, what is he doing, Zane? What is he doing? And I can provide some support for him. I can say he's using his nose, or I can say, that flower, I wonder what it smells like. What is he doing? So I can provide different levels of support to help him be more successful with that. And that program just sort of builds. So there are several videos within those first action word series, but I can also create my own, and I've done that for Zane too. He has some specific interests, so we have created videos with some things that he really likes, like his slinkies, or like running or jumping, so we can highlight those specific things that matter the most to him. Dan is a great example of identifying someone, identifying what their strengths are, where their areas of improvement are, and matching a system with what they like and what they need for feature matching. So Dan is very sensory seeking. Some of his favorite things are noodles and just some different sensory-based toys that he can manipulate. So what we've done is we've created a series of tangible symbol cards. So it is a word that's represented by a physical object. So for example, for music, it has bells on that card. Or go is a wheel that spins. Another example would be dog. We have a therapy dog, so that specific tangible symbol card has fur on it. So it makes him think or reminds him of our therapy dog, Paxton. So he is using those tangible symbol cards instead of like just a picture-based system to help him communicate some basic wants and needs and thoughts and feelings. So communication is it's a basic fundamental right. And that fundamental right is very difficult for a majority of our individuals. So we provide these tools and resources to give our individuals a voice.